Wash your hands, clean often used surfaces, cover your face and mouth if you sneeze or cough, and most of all, if you are sick or not feeling well, stay home.
What?
Previously on Sons of Anarchy.
I freely and deliberately use profanity, like ask, bitch, whatever you want. So yesterday I made this essay video thing, and then when I was looking at it, I thought, man, what the fuck is this? You know, I'm not an expert on anything. But what about the video yesterday? The video yesterday was about dopamine. I read this article on The Verge from Angela Chen. She was arguing really strongly that dopamine isn't this pleasure molecule that everyone makes it out to be. It's actually the habit molecule. She was talking about some insane and bizarre and horrible experiments done on animals, and I don't support that at all. Fuck that. Where they burned their dopamine cells. They took stupid animals and they burned their dopamine cells, and then they wanted to see if these animals still have the capacity to feel joy. And to their surprise, they did. Like when they put sugar water in their mouth, the expressions on their face were expressions of enjoyment. So animals can feel pleasure without dopamine. But what really happened to these animals was that they lost motivation. Dopamine makes you act, specifically physically. Dopamine makes you get up and go do something. Or dopamine makes you use your hands to make something happen. And so unhealthy levels of dopamine can give you tremors or other problems in your body functions. So dopamine is very tightly knitted to your motor cortex, which is in charge of your movements. And so I had two takeaways from that. One was that don't do drugs a lot, because when you do drugs a lot, you get low on dopamine and then you become inactive. Like your logic shifts from I should try that looks like fun, to why the fuck would I do that? I just want to sit down and do nothing now. And obviously when you're feeling that way, you think it's you personally. You don't feel like you're a different thing and your brain is a different thing. You and your brain are the same thing probably. So you feel like I don't want to do anything. Not that I can't do anything, but that I don't want to do anything. And so your day just gets more and more boring, and this negative feedback loop doesn't end, you know? You're feeling horrible, you don't do anything, you feel even more horrible for not doing anything, and then you do even less because you're feeling more horrible, and then you feel more horrible because you're doing even less. And this just keeps going and going. You get inactive and depressed, you get really depressed. Don't do drugs too much. Don't do drugs in general. Fuck you. My other takeaway was that we could probably train ourselves to be addicted to doing productive tasks. So if you're a student, you can divide your study work into segments, little segments, manageable segments. And after each and every one of these segments, you should take a break and reward yourself. A piece of chocolate works wonders because chocolate has been proven time and time again to release dopamine in your mind. I do cigarettes, but that's me. Don't fucking do what I do. I'm not a healthy person at all. All right. But the point of all of this was something else. After I did this video about dopamine and blah blah, I figured I'm not a fucking expert. I'm not. I don't have the education to tell anyone what to do with their dopaminergic system. Fuck that. My education is on English, right? So I've studied like literature, translation, teaching, linguistics, you name it. And I've been a teacher since 2013, and if I didn't suck so much at math, I'd be able to tell you how many years that was. 7? See, the difficulty is because years have months. So the son of a bitch fucks up my math. If it was just the number, it would be simpler. The other example I had in my essay video was the fact that you could train yourself to wake up early every day by waking up and having some kind of breakfast you like. You know, coffee, tea, butter and stuff. Sugar and fat are good at evoking dopamine responses, but again, I'm not a fucking expert, so don't listen to anything I say. Google it yourself. And then I came across something called the circadian rhythm. And I knew what this was, but I came across it again. And fuck, man, it got me reminded of how stupid nature is. Totally. How totally retarded nature is. Like, what is a circadian rhythm? A circadian rhythm is nature's sad excuse for a clock. You know how your cell phone has this internal clock, and when you turn it off for a few hours and then you turn it back on again, the clock is still on point? You know how your PC has the same thing? You know how your dad's car has a clock? Right, so nature wanted to put a clock on the human body, but of course it was retarded, so it made a circadian rhythm. A circadian rhythm is a stupid system of stupid functions that regulate when you should sleep. Obviously, it's totally fragile. You could fuck up your circadian rhythm with a little coffee. You could fuck up your circadian rhythm by watching too much television. You could fuck up your circadian rhythm by having a fucking lamp in the room. Your body needs to be fucking carried to bed like a baby, put in a very dark place where it's like cool as shit. Seriously, it has to be cool, it has to be dark, you have to be away from noises and pictures and television or whatever, moving images, light, whatever. Your bedroom must be totally dark and totally fucking quiet and a little cold in order for you to have like the highest sleep quality. What the fuck is that? Imagine if your cell phone didn't turn off because the room wasn't cold enough. Imagine your cell phone didn't turn off when you wanted it to because it was charged a couple hours before that. What the fuck? Also, there's a genetic component to this too. So no matter what you do, like wake up early, have breakfast every day, if you're a night person like me, you're still gonna wake up miserable. I wake up miserable at 7 a.m. every fucking day. I wake up before my alarm, but I'm fucking miserable. I mean, if I did a video in the morning, I would just be like, yeah, so... And as the day goes on, I get more and more talkative. Like, I did my video last night, but I had to do it again now because the light in my bedroom is garbage, you know? So once I get to, like, change the lamp and shit, I'll be able to do some videos at night. But currently, I just have to do daylight because my room lighting is completely horrible. Yeah, so I read somewhere that you got 2 types of genes. I don't mean what you wear, I mean your chromosomes. They're called the short gene and the long gene. The long gene is the one where in the morning your body starts operating. So they wake up, they feel normal, and if they have a holiday they can't sleep in too much. They kind of wake up automatically. And around nightfall and then later before midnight they get really sleepy and they go to sleep. So these are normal human beings. Then there's the short gene for fucking maniacs, where when you wake up in the morning, you're cold and your mouth is dry and your eyes feel strange and everything feels strange and your personality shifts from where it was last night and where it's going to be later today to something quiet and just not you, is what I'm trying to say. And I heard this song that says it's a man's world. I've never heard a song that says this is a morning person's world. We went to school for years and years where as nocturnal people we just sucked. Like we were angry, we were irritable, no one could talk to us for more than 1 minute, and we slept in every class that let us sleep, and we drew and fucking did sketches and stuff at every class that didn't let us sleep. Because it wasn't the right time of the day for us to be fucking studying. What the fuck is that? There should be schools for nocturnal people. There are nocturnal dentists. Dentists who are open at night. Because the guy is this kind of person, and I'm sure his clientele are also that kind of person. And that makes total sense. Now, schools though, To be honest with you though, I think schools are doing the right thing. I mean, one of the point of school is to teach you that society fucking sucks. Society blows. Society has stupid rules. And in order to survive, you need to be able to deal with stupid rules. Like in my high school, they didn't let us wear jeans. That is fucking retarded, right? At my high school, you could wear khakis that look like jeans, khakis that have been printed or made like jeans, but you couldn't wear denim itself. The material was verboten. Everything else was okay. That's fucking ridiculous. I was allowed to have like whatever beard I had or shave it, but I wasn't allowed to like stylize it. I was not allowed to have any kind of style. You could have a full beard, or you could have a shaved face, or, you know, growing in between. We weren't allowed to have like a goatee or a mustache or a, whatever the fuck you call it when it's like here. So I think schools being mandatory in the morning kind of teach you that, look, bro, society is mandatory in the morning. And as a nocturnal person, you're going to have a lot of disadvantages. I think people get to be nocturnal when they're very rich. Like when you've made it, then you can be nocturnal. Like those dentists who work at night. But I think as a young person who's hustling to get somewhere, you kind of have to be a morning person. I don't have a problem with that though. I'm cool with epic things. You know what? I'm going to try to wake up even earlier. I'm going to move that 7 to a 6 and then from a 6 to a 5. The thing with waking up at 5 is that you wake up before your parents and then you become their dad. When you wake up sooner than your parents, you own the fucking house. I'm kidding. You never own the fucking house. Your parents always own the house. Your parents also own you, so don't talk back to them acting like you know something. You don't know anything. So that's it for today. Wash your fucking hands. Wash your disgusting cell phones. Please, wash those cell phones. Take the cover off. Wash the cover in water and soap water. And sterilize all the surfaces of your phone with whatever you're using. Alcohol or H2O2 or whatever it is. Sanitize your fucking cell phone. Thank you.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together.
Get your shit together.